Shared leadership gives teachers a sense of hope. I mean, there's nothing like being a teacher and feeling as though, you're kind of like stuck in this treadmill. By sharing the leadership, it makes you feel as though you're part of the school, you're part of the system. How can you complain about a decision-making process when you're part of that process? You can only try to make it better. I think if school leaders want to engage the faculty that they're working with, they have to empower them. They have to give them the tools that teachers try to give their students. Empower them as learners, empower them as members of the school community. By doing that, they can incorporate them into the process. You're not losing control, you're sort of like assembling control. As a teacher, I know that my students work best in my class when they know that I respect them. I respect their opinions, I respect their thoughts, I respect their learning process. And to have administrators do that for teachers, do that for me as a professional, makes me feel as though I'm on a team and we're working together. We have a shared goal that we're trying to achieve together. And doing that is going to help us get there faster and better than any other way.
My initial impression of the group's experience would be that it was one where we came in really not knowing exactly where it was going to end up. I mean, we had a general idea as to what we wanted to do in terms of advisory and in terms of the schedule. But really the first part was to sort of lay out all our options on the table and begin doing research, doing a needs assessment, really working collaboratively, I think, with one another and with the staff to weigh out our many options. So one initial impression, I thought, maybe we'd go in and sort of be able to quickly figure out what we wanted to do. But as we sort of unfolded the different options that we had for both the program, the advisory program, as well as the schedule, we saw that there were a number of different ways we could go. So it became a process of weighing out our options and then looking for what was the best fit for Eisenhower. What excites me the most about, I think, advisory is that it's inherently fluid. It's not a static program that's, here's the program and this is what it's going to be like year to year, day in, day out. Part of that is because the kids change. You still have some continuity, but we do have new members that are added into the advisory each year. And I think as a staff, we're becoming more aware of what are the real gains to it in terms of what things do we address with the kids related to advocacy, community building, skill building, that are really meaningful. So I think us as a staff reflecting on what works, and we're going to be doing some surveys and getting the pulse of the staff and of the students, really, because it's about them to see what works for them. So I think it's exciting to see that has the ability to change. Even just a couple years in, it's going to look different as the kids change and as we change. For the schedule, I think one of the real benefits to it has clearly been to put in that set time within the day when the whole school is in the remediation and enrichment period. And that too has changed even since the beginning of the year. Our first year of doing the full year of this period, I think, has changed from September until now. And I think the exciting part of that is that we can now go back and again assess the needs of the staff and take a survey of how it's working for them and for the students as well, and then make changes over the summer and sort of continue to refine it, that sort of feedback loop of getting information and changing it.
Well, the best thing about teaching here at Eisenhower is people want to be here. People want to be here because people are participating in managing, maintaining, and running a fantastic school. And having that sense of being a part of the school as opposed to being a slave in the school, as well, I think that goes for teachers and students. I mean, we don't want to feel as though we're in a factory driving a treadmill. We want to feel as though we're part of a process where learners and teachers and everyone is respected for who they are and what they can contribute. And that is the message that I think that we're sending when we do it this way.